Hey, good morning. Donnie and I just wanted to tell you this morning about a book that I've been reading. It's called Men on Strike by Dr. Helen Smith. It's kind of interesting, talking about just how many laws are stacked against men, like marriage and divorce laws and custody laws, and how easily a man could get stuck paying alimony for a child that he is not the father of. And just talking about why, because of that, a lot of men are choosing just to say, if it's that complicated and could be that financially devastating and also just emotionally hurtful to get married, then I'm just not going to do it. And it spills over into the area of career also, and just general on college campuses, men are kind of portrayed as being like perverts and assaulters and victimizers, and there's just kind of the underlying assumption there that men are just generally dangerous and likely to cause harm. So a lot of men are foregoing college, and because they just don't like the assumption people have that they may be dangerous, or it's very likely that they're just scheming and plotting how to hurt someone or how to molest children. So anyways, it's interesting in that I very much disagree with the author's solution. She talking to men, she tells them how to, she encourages them to mock other men. And that's a quote. She says, mock them mercilessly, talking about other men who laugh at sitcoms where the husband or the boyfriend is treated badly or belittled. And I underlined some of the other things she says that are just so. She says, she tells men, if a woman belittles you, bother her by shaming her in public. And she blatantly just says, shame people, give them a cold stare, give them the cold shoulder, just leave the conversation, or think of a clever comeback such as, gee, you're a real treat. So just sarcasm, not actually talking and having a civilized, decent conversation, but just using sarcasm. So to me, her advice seems really, really immature and unproductive, and she's just not encouraging talking. She's encouraging, mocking each other, which I don't think is the solution to anyone and to any group. And don't say if this group bothers you, you need to mock them. I mean, that's ridiculous. I think it's completely unbiblical. Definitely, it's unbiblical, in the first place, for women to be disrespectful of men or of anyone, of other women. But it's just immature and stupid, frankly, to, think that the solution is to mock them and shame them instead of having a civilized adult dialogue conversation. So that's just my thoughts on this book. Just being glad that that I've been taught, to respect other people, both men and women, and I do, and my peers do. I'm surrounded by healthy marriages between people who love each other, and when conflict arises in any relationship, any interpersonal relationship, there's dialogue. There's not just the cold shoulder and walk away, or, like she says, post a nasty blog comment, or just say something sarcastic and walk away. I mean, when there's conflict, you deal with it. So I guess I'm just saying I'm thankful to have, as friends and family, people who are more mature enough to, deal with stuff like adults, and not in silly, immature ways. Anyway, it's a kind of interesting read. I mean, it definitely is going to help you with discernment, because some of what she says is true and is thoughtful. She's done a little bit of research, but her advice, you think through it and compare it to, what your conscience tells you, what you've been taught, maybe by your family, by your parents, and what the Bible says about communication. So again, Men on Strike by Helen Smith, PhD. You might want to give it a read. Kind of fun, something to think about. All right, bye.